Chronicles. My name is Rob, and in this episode we'll be opening up 60 packs of Classic. I went to the store, purchased them, and now it is time to open them. So, from the top. 2 rares, Lightwall and a Siphon Soul. I think that's my second Lightwell. I'm not sure if I have 2 of those yet. Epic Kidnapper for Rogue. I mean, that's cute. It's not going to be anything amazing. I do like Felguard for the Warlock class. Nice taunt if you run a very small Warlock build. Oracle. I'm sure I already have 2 of those. Used mostly in my opinion, or used best in my opinion, in rogue decks that try to draw you out. Very good little card there. I'm looking for legendaries like Dr. Boom, essentially is what I'm opening for here. Abomination, I think Sludge Belcher's better at that slot. But what are you gonna do? He does some things. You can goof around with him too. Common, Weaponsmith, and a Assassin. So the Golden Common, that's nice. Peacekeeper for the Paladin, I think that's my second one of those too. So that's nice. 2 rares. Smith and a Manatide Totem. I already have my 2 Manatide Totems, so that's Dust. I think I already have my 2 Armor Smiths. So I think that's just a Dust pack. Epic. Another big Game Hunter and an Injured Blade Master. I think I already have 2 Injured Blade Masters, but that is either my first or my second big Game Hunter. So nice staple card. Useful in a lot of decks. Light Warden. I actually am not thrilled with Light Warden. I don't think it's all that great a card. I'd rather have the Priest spell that heals you. Hey, Acolyte of Pain. My favorite draw card in the game. And Wisp. Light Warden just needs more toughness. Epic. We've got Bane of Doom for Warlock. Do like that. I'm not a huge fan of random effects, but the fact that I can summon a random demon is pretty good. Hey, Golden Mana Addict. 3 rares total. That's not bad. Misdirection. Misdirection is interesting. It can turn out really well. Like, you can totally get a 2-for-1 for it, but a lot of times it doesn't do what you want it to do. Void Tear is fun. Interesting to see what you can pull off with Void Tear at times. And Mana Addict, you know, I have yet to see a deck that does amazing things with Mana Addict, but it could be good. Holy Wrath. Not an overly used Paladin card. Ancient Mage, again, not overly used rare. I think I have all of those commons, so I'm sure that's just a Dust pack. Hey! Technically a legendary. Tinkmaster over Spark. So, random minion into a 5/5 or a 1/1. So, if you have... Let's say you have a 1-drop on turn 1, and you coin him down on turn 2. You could potentially have a 5/5 on turn 2. Could be interesting. I have to look into goofing around with him. There's a coin flip of this, but the only way I could think to really break him. Keeper of the Grove, I'm sure I have 2 of those already. Quality. I'm not sure if I have 2 qualities. Certainly useful for the Paladin class. It is certainly one of their best removal spells. Epic. Shield Slam. Oh, 2 epics. Holy smokes. A Sea Giant and a Shield Slam. So, Sea Giant typically used in like the hand lock build for warlocks. And Shield Slam, of course, is one of the warrior's premier removal spells. So that's a nice pack. Followed up by Feral Spirits, which I already have 2 of. So, Dust. Keeper of the Grove. Cone of Cold. Don't pass Cone of Cold if you're drafting in the arena. It is a very good mage spell in the arena. Another epic. Spellbender. So a secret for the mage class. Don't see it run very often, but I could see where it might be useful. I guess like priests maybe, because they tend to beef their guys up, and all of a sudden you beef your guy up instead. So that could be pretty good. It is another epic, so that's nice. I'm fairly sure I don't have 2 of them. Tor Mage plus a Wisdom is a fun card. I'm sure I already have 2 of them. So 1 legendary so far. Another epic. Another kidnapper. I now officially... It's a golden kidnapper. Looks like Gene Simmons with his tongue hanging out. So, golden kidnapper. Which is, you know, still not a very playable card. But it's gold, so it's hard to argue with. Yeah, there's a Lava Burst. I crafted up 1, and I didn't like it, but I've seen some recent Shaman builds in the 10, 11, 12 ranks that use it to great effect, so I might be rebuilding that. Hey, Lord Jiraxis. Well, I cracked Mal'Ganis out of a pack after playing in the arena, so now it's both legendaries for the Warlock class. I will have to look into building that, so yeah, Lord Jiraxis. Good stuff. So that's 2 legendaries. Excited about that. Oh, look at that. 2 epics, a golden common, a rare, and a leper gnome. Why you suck, leper gnome? Yeah, so it's another spellbender. So that's cool. I already have 2 snake traps. I definitely wanted to have 2 of them for the hunter aggro deck. Still a decent pack. Auctioneer is pretty good. I've seen him used most with rogue builds, but I've also seen people do good things with it in a mage deck where you get a lot of the spare parts off of your mechs. So, Mortal Strike. Not a big fan of Mortal Strike. Dire Wolf Alpha. Probably the best card in that pack in my opinion. Or Thought Steal. People use Thought Steal a lot. Hey, look at that. Another pirate. I mean, I guess he's another legendary. So that's nice. But not a huge fan of pirates. I should throw together a pirate rogue deck just because I'm not a fan, and just to see how it actually plays out. 2 rares, Twilight Drake and Siphon Soul. So I got the pieces to put together a handlock deck, or I'm working on the pieces to put together a handlock deck. Another Siphon Soul, so I'm fairly sure I've cracked 3 in this opening, so definitely some dust. Keeper and Angry Chicken. Might actually already have 2 other Angry Chickens. Another epic. Second Vein of Doom. I think I might have already had one, so that might be dust for there. Another epic. Force of Nature. Hey, look at that. There's a staple card for your Druid deck. Yeah, that's really useful if you want to Put together a killer combo in Druid. Vaporize is another decent mage secret. You don't see it used all that often, but I think it could be really good. Like if they attack with their biggest guy first, you can just kind of take it out. Yeah, but I already have one. So he's dust. And another Siphon Soul. That is a lot of legendaries. So the first time I opened up 60 packs of Classic, I got one legendary as Ysara, but I only got one of them. So, quite the good number of legendaries. Golden Common. 2 mirror entities, ironically. Ringleader. Alright. Blizzard is my rare. Not a bad golden rare. Hey, a golden cold light. Cool. Bloodsail Corsair. Apparently I have every pirate, and therefore I get the captain's parrot. Wow. That hurts my soul. Okay, good to know. Violet Teacher. That's a good little card. People do some useful things with him. Hey, an epic. Farsight for Shaman. Could be interesting. Don't see it used very often, but yeah, I can see that being a thing. Yeah, I mean, you never know what you're going to draw, so might not be all that good. Yeah, Mortal Strike. Yuck. Already have one. Down to my last 16 packs here. Golden Common and another Cold Light Oracle. So plenty of those. Another epic. Another Kidnapper. Life Juggler's very nice, but I already have my 2. Too many Kidnappers, but they make nice dust. And another Siphon Soul. Like I needed another Siphon Soul. Hey, another legendary. Hey, there's a good pack. Avenging Wrath is certainly solid, and Storm Rage. So, Storm Rage, he's a demon, so I can certainly throw him into a Warlock deck. I might have to build a Warlock deck. Ancient Mage is bleh. So that is a ton of legendaries. Like I said, I opened up 1 legendary out of all my packs. The first time I didn't open 60 in Classic, but I am amazed at the number I've gotten this time. Murloc War Leader. I wonder if there's a bonus for collecting all the Murlocs. I'd rather not find out. Oh, look at that! I swear I did not know that was coming. I have acquired every Murloc, and have gotten a legendary Murloc. Oh, that's just depressing. Okay. Well, that's pretty funny. All the pirates, all the Murlocs. 2 rares, Savagery. Attack to a minion. And I guess there are spells that certainly pump up your hero's attack, but how often does that come up, I wonder? I don't know. Oh well. So Murlocs and Pirates. We'll strike again. Terrible. I might have to make decks out of each of those. Golden Rare, Mass Dispel, 3 rares, another Void Terror and Divine Favor. Unfortunately, those are dust. I have seen Mass Dispel used. I've never felt like it's been great. It does draw you a card. I'm primarily a priest player, so maybe I should look into that card. Maybe I should toss it in and just see how I feel about it. Hey, the Black Knight. Well, that's been pretty awesome. He's a solid card. I mean, just the fact that he destroys a taunt. He's a 4/5 for 6 that destroys a taunt. He can do some pretty great stuff. Epic. Hey, Twisted Nether for the Warlock. Yeah, I might have to make a Warlock deck. I'll have enough dust to craft a second one of those. I'm a big fan of board wipes. Another Abomination. I think I already had 2 of them. So both of the ones I've opened are dust. A Blade Fury. Certainly have my fair share of those. Well, I will have to go back and count the number of legendaries. Hey, a Golden Alarmobot. 3 rares. Holy Wrath. Got a second one of those. Sunwalker, got my quota of those. But a Golden Alarmobot. That's pretty fun. I'll have to go back and count the number of legends I've opened and put it in the description because I've lost count. But it has been a eventful, epic, Blood Knight. So before I open the rest, I was so annoyed. This guy is printed before Goblins and Gnomes, right? So this card existed long before Annoyatron. However, this guy, in response to your opponent playing Annoyatron, is amazing. Like I played in my priest deck. I played turn 2 an Annoyatron. He plays turn 3 Blood Knight, and I'm like, well, you have a 6/6, and my Annoyatron is now naked. That's awesome. All right. And a rare, we get an Emperor Cobra. So that has been an amazing set of cards. I completed all the Murlocs, completed all the Pirates, and got basically 2 legendaries to put together into a Warlock deck. So I think that's going to go quite well. All right, and an epic. So let's close this out. We'll go into my collection real quick and see how much dust we get. So I have 110. I'm going to be adding 2470. Yeah, because I do have one legend. Yeah, because I have a legendary that I don't need. I'll here. So 2470. That's amazing. I could get 1 legendary if I wanted. I could get Dr. Boom. That will require some thought because I'm also considering doing something like getting a couple of the cards for handlock, like a Molten Giant or Mountain Giant, because I don't think Sea Giant comes up all that much. It you tend to see the other giants, so I could, in theory, get all 4 of those, make the kind of classic handlock deck. But like Sneed's Old Shredder is one of the ones I was looking for. Or I guess it's Goblins and Gnomes. I could certainly get one of these, leave myself about 1,000 roughly left. Decisions. Well, anyway, I've got 2,500. So certainly some options to roll around with. Well, I've been Rob. You've been great. Thanks for watching.